Hello guys, of Cadia here, and today I'm bringing you the top 10 tips for starters, at least according to the Warhammer 40k Facebook community. So I've asked in the Facebook page to choose for the people to choose the top 10 tips for starting players, and this is the list we came up with. So yeah, here are top 10 tips for starting players. Make sure you put all the parts on your models, shoulder parts or on marines and etc. So this is a very basic tip, and it also happens to be the 10th tip, obviously. The 10th most voted tip. So yeah, guys, if you're starting out, don't forget to I guess go through all the model parts and we'll place them in the right places. Thin your paints, but also use a palette to control how much paint is used on your brush. If you only thin it, it will get runny and pull. So this is yet another tip for painting and building your miniatures, and I think that's very important because you will like to have a great looking army, and half of the hobby is essentially constructing and painting your miniatures. So yeah, for the tip itself, really nice tip. It's really good to use a palette. There are many kinds of palettes. There are wet palettes you can make, but this is maybe something I will leave for a more detailed video. But yeah, overall a great tip. Okay, so the next one is actually two, and I merged them into one just to save space for more tips. So the first one is start with one HQ and two troops, and the other one is start with a starter set, and it's referring to the Dark Vengeance and start collecting starter sets that we now get. So I merged this into one because they're both tips for how to start your army, and well, starting with an HQ and two troops really gives you a better, like um, you know, a better foundation to work with, because that will essentially give you the ability to play in a combined arms detachment, which will allow you to play basically almost everything from your codex. Um, and the other one start with a starter set. You get some really nice formations from there, and for some armies some really not that useful ones, but it's more cost effective, I guess. And they come with one troop choice, so you can always buy a second troop choice, and it will be cheaper. So yeah, I guess these two are kind of combined. It's a way to start collecting really two really important tips. Yeah, and I think that is it why they gave them, because there's no explanation why, but I think the HQ and the two troops is because you can use them in combined arms attachment, meaning you can use them with whatever you want from the codex, as long as you have an HQ and two troops, and the starter set because of the high value, and yeah, because I gave the starter set one. So yeah, great tips, and moving on from the next one. Okay guys, the next one is find people who already play, and yeah, this is really important because obviously you wanna join some kind of community, and it's a way of enjoying and playing the game. I guess you can um, do only with your friends. You have like 4 or 5 friends. It's perfectly fine. You can play with them in the basement, but most places have some kind of games workshop store, tabletop store in general, not only, but yeah, they will probably sell games workshop stuff, and most of them have place to play, and there is a community there. They already play, they have tables, they have terrain, and yeah, really important. This is how I got to play, and you can really learn faster and play in a good community. We have a own Facebook page for our own like community for where we play, but yeah, most of them will have some forum of ways to help you out, to improve, and so on and so forth. And this is very important. I might do a video on why your gaming, your local gaming store is important, but there are many on the internet, and I'm unsure if there's any reason for me to make one. But yeah, guys, find people who already play with. That was the seventh one, and let's go to the sixth. Okay, guys, so sixth is you will probably lose your first few games. Don't get discouraged, but learn from it. And it really coincides with the last one. You find someone to play with. They probably play the game longer. In case of many players, they play it for like 5 years. Most of them, I think, average is about 5 to 10 years experiencing the game. So of course they will beat you the first few times. You don't know your rules very well. It's your new army. You're kind of getting into it and all the rules, and you're kind of thinking most about your own army and where should you move it, and forgetting his army. At least that's how I was. So yeah, you're probably gonna lose your first few games. So yeah, but as the tip says, don't be discouraged. It's a learning experience, and most of these people are better than you, and you may learn from them. They will uh, in fact most for most time help you learn from your mistakes and point them out, probably not in game, but after the game. You'll talk a bunch, and they'll point out some mistakes, and how they like to use certain troops if they have played in the army, what they think of the current codex, and so on. And yeah, that really coincides with finding a community and people who already play the game. So yeah, guys, that was the sixth, and we have these 5, 6, 7 here. You'll see the fifth soon, and it's again on that subject. So let's see what the fifth is. And the next one is support your local gaming store slash shop. Especially if you game in one, and that's a really good tip, because obviously I talked about it in find people who already play Warhammer 40k, but yeah, it's really important, and you're supporting basically the people who provide tables and terrains, place for you to play, and there are some that do it for free. There are some that ask you to pay to play, but nevertheless, terrain and tables are expensive, and you probably wouldn't have the quality of games you play if you gamed in, you know, your basement or a room in your house with only your friends. So yeah, that's also a place where all the people who you play with gather. It's probably more accessible than you know, somebody's house on the other side of the town. So yeah, I think that's really important, and I think I'm making a video about it, but I'm not sure, as I said. So yeah, support your local gaming store. Okay guys, for number 4 we have don't be afraid to paint and experiment. The more you work on the models, the better you get, and yeah, this is a really good tip and is in fact true, at least for me, as I again wrote it. But you know, ignoring that little part, it's a really great tip. Um, I've repainted my Dark Angels army about 3, maybe 4 times before I got it to, you know, be painted at the level that I'm satisfied with. But they were my first army, so I had just a few colors, and I went and I painted them with, you know, 3 colors, one shade, the green, and I had lead belcher, I think, yeah, the metalish ones. Then I got some more colors, I repainted them, and I finally repainted them, then I shaded them, you know, it's a lot of work. I've put maybe 12 hours into painting that small-ish Dark Angels army, and I finally am proud and I'm satisfied with the way I look, and it's really great when you hit the way that you like them to look, as you know, you're really proud of what you have done. I haven't yet based them, but yeah, that's something more of an extra, I like to think. But yeah, guys, don't be afraid to experiment. I've made also numerous conversions and stuff, and one of them, my most proud, my achievements I'm most proud of is making 3 heavy weapons teams of one heavy weapons team spruce, you know. So I made the mortar, the autocannon, and the rocket launcher using only one sprue. So yeah, I think that's pretty great, and it was really just a wild experiment. So yeah, guys, as I said, don't be afraid to experiment. It pays off. And on the top 3 spot, we have first the third one. Try to bring some friends into the hobby, and yeah, I can see why this is top voted. So I wrote about 4 people, no, 3. So I have brought so far 3 friends into the hobby, but I'm trying to get as much as I can, because you know, the more people, the more variety of armies you play against, and the more people you generally play with. They may have 1 or 2 armies, more opinions, and you know, it just growth of the community. Really, there's no negative, uh, there's no drawback to bringing some friends. You may be rage actually a little bit, because you don't want to be beaten by your friends, because they know you and you see them a lot. But yeah, it's great fun, and try to bring some friends. You can also combine this with the starter pack link, and probably grab the Dark Vengeance or something like that, and you kind of start building these 2 opposite armies, and it's really great. For me, I started with the Dark Vengeance, and one of my friends got the Chaos, but then he sold them to get the Tyrannies, so which was okay, because I then got Imperial Guards on top of my Dark Angels. So we're having that kind of equality slash rivalry. still, and it's been great fun playing with that guy, and we managed to you know, to attract two more of my friends to playing that game, and you know, the more the better. So yeah, bring some friends with you guys. And on the top two spots, I have two that are basically the same thing. First is the top voted. It says start with the army that looks and feels right to you. And the other one is pick an army that you like the look of and sound like fun, or it's agreeable to you. You know, basically the same things. And I think that should be on the top, but it's not for community purposes, but you know, it's one of the most important things. You don't wanna be left with some models and some race you don't wanna play with, and that you don't like the lore or the models or the rules or whatever. You wanna have fun, you know, a game. You know, not counting the hours you construct the models and then you build them, and well, that's basically the same thing. Okay, the time you build them and you paint them, you know, not counting that, a game is still probably gonna last 4 to 5 hours at least, or you know, average. This is how long my game lasts. My games last. So yeah, uh, you gonna want to have some fun during, you know, that's why you play. So if you don't like your army, you're not going to have uh, you know, fun. And the best part of this is that you can always enjoy a game if you like your army, even if you're losing, and you're not the competitive kind of player. You're most probably gonna enjoy it, because you know, I usually want to see how my army fares up against the odds, and if I can come back on this. And sometimes I just sit and watch my models on the table because I really like my models. So yeah, that's the most important thing I can think of. But you know, there's another one, and it's been at least twice as much voted. It has twice as many votes as the the last one, and it has almost all the votes combined of the other ones. So yeah, let's see the first one. But before we see it, here are some honorable mentions you can look at. Okay, guys. After the honorable mentions, here is the first top most rated tip the community and me can provide to you, the beginners. And this is read your codex so you don't end up accidentally making an unusable squad with too many special weapons. Kind of specific tip, not really for Tyranids, but I guess many people had that mistake going on for them. So yeah, if so many people voted it, I guess it's a common mistake people make. So yeah, read your codex, research the rules online, and just, you know, overall see how your army works, so you don't end up making a mistake, ruining a game, maybe making a outright foolish list that wouldn't work, and when you go to the store and get someone to play with, he'll say you can't, and you have to make another list or play with that one, and removing all the special weapons and really screwing up with your list. But yeah, this is the first and the top rated tip I can give you. It's really specific, so I cannot talk very much about it. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this list. I want to thank everyone that voted in the pool. I will leave a link to the community page and the post when we voted in the description. Feel free to join the community page and interact with us. Join the discussions, share your new models, and I hope you have a great time painting your models and choosing your army and overall starting with Warhammer. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I've been here of Cadia. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed that video and if you have found it helpful. It was really not only my video. It was a video from the community for the community and for the future. More like future, not feature. For the future, for the future players of Warhammer 40k. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.